us the very best of luck. It's doing just
Okay, marvelous.
Yeah, it's great.
You're my superhero.
Oh,
that's
hey,
for
thank
sure.
you. You're my superhero, too.
Anyway, well, we're having Soap Week all this week, and every day we shall be visiting one of our greatest soaps. And the important thing is that the Soap Awards are coming up in a couple of weeks. So today, EastEnders kicks us off with the steamiest love triangle in the Square's history, and possibly the longest, because they've been getting away with it since December last year.
Yeah, even after promising his long-suffering wife he'll stay faithful, womanising, Max Branning just can't keep his hands to himself, even when it comes to his son's ex-girlfriend.
It's a disgrace. And after discovering his wife is pregnant by him, definitely, you would think that he might finally change his ways. Ah, but can a leopard ever change his spots?
I just can't get my head around the fact that I'm going to have another baby. It's just mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
I suppose we should tell the girls before they figure it out for themselves.
Not yet.
Why not?
Well, because we've only just found out ourselves.
Yeah, well, they're going to know eventually.
Yeah,
aren't
but
they?
not yet.
Yeah, but I don't want to lie to them.
I ain't saying that, babe. It's just bad luck. And I thought you and me, we agreed, you know, we're going to wait till 3 months. We could tell everyone at the same time.
Oh, no.
Won't tell
I don't know what to
the
say to you, man.
girls. It is, your behaviour is disgraceful. Try
Yeah.
and justify it.
It's very hard to justify Max's behaviour, I think. But I mean, I've got a soft spot for him. Obviously, I'd sort of, you know, I've got to try and, you know, play him. And you know, I do like Max. I think he's obviously very troubled. I think we've seen some of the sort of the end of last week. Some of the his history is very sort of troubled, and I don't think it really excuses his behaviour, but I think it might go some way to explaining.
Well,
sort of,
just fill in the history in case.
well, it's
you
kind of
weren't watching
abusive
already.
relationship with his dad Jim, who sort of kind of abused him, hit him. There's an incident where he locked him in a coffin and left him overnight.
He thought he'd been buried alive.
Thought he'd been buried alive, yeah, which is obviously very distressing. He was 13 at the time. So yeah, he's obviously got problems with sort of trusting people and commitment and stuff like that.
So Jim, who we've always thought of as a bit of a lovable rogue and enjoyed sitting in the pub, has had this history of being quite an unpleasant man, and quite unpleasant to Max's mother as well.
Yes, yeah, I think Max, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of the kind of history. It's coming out sort of more slow now, but I think he sort of blames her for her death. She was an alcoholic, and yeah, there's obviously more to come out about that as well. So,
She was an alcoholic?
Yeah.
The trouble is, he doesn't, and we said this in the introduction right at the very beginning of the programme, he doesn't know what he's got, does he?
No, and I think that's wonderful though, the way that Tanya and the girls are so, you know, so lovable and so adorable, that it makes it all the more kind of, you know, difficult to watch. I would imagine that, yeah, exactly. I think he's a character that'll always be looking for something else. The grass is always green, I think.
Yeah.
And for Tanya, exactly, that self-destruct, lack of commitment when he has everything he could possibly want. And for Tanya, why does she stay with a man that she knows has cheated on her more than once?
She wants to fix him. I mean, it does happen, doesn't it? And I can't really explain it either, but I do know that when they're good, they're really, really good. And if you break it down and just look at what she sees, he's very good when he's
she's
good.
a till death do us part woman, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. She's a one-man woman, absolutely. She really is. I mean, there would, even if they were to part and she was with anyone else, there would only ever have been one love in her life, and that was him. And he was her first love as well, when she was only a teenager, like Stacey is herself, when they met, you know. So.
And Max was married at the time that they met as well.
So they did exactly what Stacey and.
So it's kind of history repeating itself.
The leopard does not change his spots.
The mistress becomes the.
And then with Stacey, Stacey, of course, we saw her haranguing you when it was your birthday and you're at home, and you make a row deliberately saying go and see Stacey. You promise Stacey the earth.
He's laughing at the picture there.
Yeah, so there was this thing in the paper saying I had hairier arms than I had a head.
But is he going to deliver with Stacey, or do you think he could lose both? Well, all four women, daughters.
Yeah,
wife,
it's possible he could lose
girlfriend?
all four women. I think it's very possible. I think I think I think that Max feels that he's definitely in love with Stacey. So so he's in love with two women essentially.
And in the meantime, of course, you're going to finish the interview today. You've got a day off, and you're going to race home to little girl because you were nothing like the man. And it's got to be fun to play that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But also you are. I mean, you were saying, that he's a real, she's a real daddy's girl.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
With both of them, Al's wife as well. It couldn't be more different, really.
Yeah. But your big day's in the summer, isn't it?
Yeah, in July I'm getting married. Yeah. Yeah.
Got it all set up?
Have we, Mum? I don't know, you'd have to ask my mum. She's doing a very good job.
She's going to organise the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's Neil, isn't it?
Neil, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There he
It's
is.
a lovely picture of you both. Look at
Oh,
that.
look. Yeah. He's got a moustache at the moment, so he doesn't look quite like that.
Is he an actor
He's,
too?
yeah, he's an actor. He's at Salisbury at the moment, and he's got a moustache for the part, and I can't take him seriously. We were having a bit of a row on Saturday, and in the middle of it, I looked round and just burst into laughter. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot take you seriously. I was going, well, you went, and I went, no, it's not going to work.
And you got used to the hard work of EastEnders, because Casey Ainsworth's a friend.
Yeah, she's an old friend, yeah. So, yeah, when I got offered the job, I sort of consulted Casey, really, and, yeah, she talked very positively about the whole experience. She was there for 6 years, and I think she took a year out to have Blossom.
Well, it helps if you've got someone who tips you off and says,
Yeah, sure.
by the way, this is a machine.
Yeah, and can kind of give you some insight into what it's like day in, day out there. It's kind of very different from anything I've ever done, so...
I can imagine when you arrive as well, a bit of nervousness and anxiety, and then haven't got time for that once you're busy working. But I think it was when you got into the cafe, is this right?
Yeah, I remember saying...
You were suddenly working with Ian.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you do, because actually when we first arrived, it could have been any job, really, because we were both new, and so were the girls who we were working with, Maddie and Lorna. And so...
All our stuff was together
and all
for
our
the
stuff
first
was
few
together
weeks.
the first few weeks, so I could have been guesting on anything, really.
Yes.
And then, yeah, about 3 weeks in, suddenly I was in the cafe doing something with Adam, and I suddenly got really nervous, and I thought, why am I going to pass out now? Why didn't this happen when I first joined?
Well, we love them, and thanks so
Yes.
much for coming on today.
Oh, thanks
See you at the Soap
Terrific.
Awards.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere, because earlier we caught up with Gene Wilder, and he is coming up with a terrific interview.